Hello, my name is Peter Machinist. I am the Vice President of Marketing at Machinist Values and Ethics. Sorry I cannot be here because I'm in London on business and my flight was delayed. Today I'd like to talk about a topic called the American Value System. The American Value System is a list of morals that American citizens live by. But many Americans cannot tell you what the American value system actually means. There are 13 examples that I will be talking about. The first example is personal control. Americans don't really believe in destiny. They believe that you have control over your life. The next important issue is change. Change in Americans' eyes is for the better. For instance, productivity, development, or progress are all examples of change. But in foreign people's eyes, change can also be thought of as negatively. The third example is time. Americans feel that time is extremely important. Being on time for meetings, being on time for appointments. Americans are under controlled by their machines, such as their phones and their watches. Americans often will stop talking while having a conversation due to the fact they must go to a meeting. The next issue is equity and altruism. This talks about equality. The equality, for instance, back in history, women did not have the right to vote until 1920 under the 19th Amendment. And the African Americans in the South were treated as second-class citizens under Jim Crow laws. They weren't allowed to go to the same schools. They weren't allowed to drink from the same water fountains, go to the same restaurants, or even ride in the same part of the bus as white people. This law was abolished in 1965. Americans believe the next point that the individual is extremely important. Americans are extremely individualistic and believe that the person's individual ability is extremely important. Self and help control. Being able to do things yourself is extremely important. The competence and free enterprise. Being able to do things by yourself and the future, what's coming in the future. The action work. Being a good worker and getting things done. And free formality. Americans are very informal. For instance, many American bosses ask their employees to call them by their first names, instead of calling them Mr. or Mrs., which will make them uncomfortable. But in countries like Europe, this is seen as inappropriate. Not appropriate for an employee to call his boss by their first name. The next example that I will be talking about is honesty. The American people are very honest, even when their honesty hurts other people's feelings. The next topic is efficiency. Americans are extremely efficient. They will work at the issue until the issue is fixed. The final thing that I will touch on is materialism. Americans are extremely materialistic and believe that they must have everything, the newest thing, at all times. For instance, I want that Ferrari. I need a new house. I need a new boat. I need a new watch, and etc. To wrap up my speech, I'd like to talk about I'm going to say that Americans are unique, living their life completely different from other people from other countries. Thank you.